got food. It's in your bowl. Go have a look. Go look. Look, it's in your bowl. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Go have it. Thank you. So I've just finished harvesting this big bowl. Oh, she doesn't want it. Big bowl of produce. We've got purple snow peas, kohlrabi, and these round carrots. And the smell is just incredible. As soon as you pull them out of the ground, there's this intense carrot smell. It's so nice. So I'm going to process it all. I'm going to keep the carrot tops. The carrot tops are like parsley. So I wonder if I could make a pesto. So I might roughly chop them and put them in the freezer as a herb. Maybe, I'll see. I'll chop them up, put them in the fridge, and then I'll have to research if I can make a pesto, because that would be really cool. But yes, you can eat the tops, and they don't really smell like carrot. They taste like parsley. So let's get into processing. Oh, there's one more thing that I got. This fellow, isn't he beautiful, is a sugarloaf cabbage. So we're going to process him, chop him up, and we're going to have some kind of meat and vegetables for dinner. Very excited for fresh cabbage. Alright, so we'll start with the cabbage. We'll chop his stem off. See how hard that is? Very hard. That aside for compost. And we're going to take the outside leaves off until we get to the heart. They're all the dark green tougher leaves. There we go. That's our cabbage there. It's all light green. Now we can cut this stem off again. Then we're going to cut these up to chop and drop into the garden. Okay, make this container. It's not crazy tightly packed. Probably harvested a bit early, but it's still going to be delicious. Yeah, hear that crunch. And because it's young, this is the only core that we're left with, and we're going to put that back on the garden anyway. But we were able to use all the leaves. There was none of that really hard white core all the way through. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. Let's do kohlrabi next. So we take off all the leaves. And you can eat these, but I find them to be a bit too tough. Alright, chop these up for our chop and drop. Okay, so you can use a peeler to peel these, but I find it doesn't work very well, so I'm just going to cut around it with a knife, and we're just going to chop this little bum off because that's a bit woody. Alright, just give these guys a little wash and then we're going to slice them into matchsticks. And if you want to know what kohlrabi tastes like, it tastes like a cabbage, but it's not leafy, it's like it's like a potato that tastes like cabbage. Potato texture, cabbage flavour. Yeah, I'm just gonna go wash the carrots and then we'll get started on those guys. Alright, so here they are, all cleaned up. And some are a little bit small. That's a small one. I wouldn't normally have grown round carrots, but my carrot seeds do not germinate. Carrots are a tricky vegetable to grow. They're worth growing at home because they taste amazing. But I was doing a little experiment where I took a punnet of carrots from Bunnings and I teased them out very carefully. I like saturated the little cell and I teased it out so the roots weren't hurt, and I spaced them 16 to a square meter, and I'm really happy. Like, look at this dude. I really need to let them grow a bit longer. But that's not bad, like they grew a bulb, everything's fine. So I've just actually planted a 4-cell punnet of my own seeds. They're just a pain because they have to be kept perfectly moist. If they dry out at all, they all die, and the whole separating them and spacing them thing. So at least I know that if I get them to sprout and grow on a tiny bit, that I can space them 16 to a square meter. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm excited to try some carrot top pesto. So let's get into it. Right, so I think I'm just going to quarter the carrots. I'm not going to peel them because they're fresh, and the skins aren't hard and gross. So yeah, let's do it. So we'll sort the tops out first. And this is another thing about carrots. If you don't keep them covered, you're going to get that green and you're not going to be able to eat that. But you can see as I'm processing all this stuff, like all the leaves. So eat the leaves where you can, because there's actually more leaf than the stuff that we usually commercially eat. Let's see how many leaves we've got compared to how many carrots. Alright, so might just chop these roughly. I'll whiz it up. And then I think I'm just gonna chop the tops off these and split them in half. And we'll boil them up and have them with some honey tonight. Look at that. The smell is just incredible. Oh yeah, so the thing about the round carrots is when I went to buy seedlings at Bunnings, that's the only variety they had. They had these round French, or they had baby carrots. So I thought at least with these I can grow something bigger like this if I wanted to. But I'm a bit too impatient. That's why I picked these today. But that's all good to know that that's going to work out. Transplanting seedlings. So I've just got to keep practicing and get good at germinating the seedlings, and then we'll really be on our way. I'm gonna eat this one raw. I think it'll be delicious. Amazing. Might stick those in a bowl to pop in the fridge. Probably should have done with the kohlrabi too, because I'm going to eat these tonight. Okay. And then, last but not least, actually these guys got to go in the chop and drop. Just got to split them so that they can go through the food processor. Otherwise, they'll get stuck. Apple snow. I just love growing these. They're so different and unusual. And anything purple, I believe, is full of antioxidants and very good for you. Now I believe when they go a bit green like this, anything red needs to be grown in full sun, otherwise it doesn't turn purple or red. So this is probably shaded a little bit when I was picking it. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's not pure to type. So, as you can see, there's quite a bit of waste produced compared to the food that you get. But the good news is you can use the waste directly onto your garden. I'm going to put that through the processor to make it a bit smaller, so it'll break down quicker. Or you can feed it to your earthworms to make more compost. So that's it. I'm excited for dinner. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.